Good morning. So it's 8 o'clock on a Saturday. I will check very first thing when I wake up. So I had a pretty good night, and I always get a little bit of a morning rise in sugar, and sometimes I would correct that if it was significant. Morning. So for breakfast, I'll normally just have an omelette because I don't have to inject for that because there's no carbs, there's no sugar. So I only put a tiny bit of milk in so it doesn't warrant any insulin. Just waiting for something to fall on the floor, aren't you? And that is my breakfast. So post-breakfast, I'd be checking my levels roughly every half an hour. It's really easy now with the Freestyle Libre 2 system. And I've got my alarms on as well, so I know if I'm going high or low, and I just need to make sure that I don't overcorrect and end up with a bit of a zigzag line.
Today's a little bit different in terms of preparing for my day ahead. So I've been feeling pretty unwell the last couple of days. As you can probably see, I've had a nightmare of a night trying to deal with my sugar levels. So that's going to change the way that I need to deal with my glucose levels and how I approach breakfast this morning. So on my plate here, I've got 2 slices of toast. On average, each slice is about 19 grams of carbohydrate, and the oat bar is about 30 grams. As this is a sick day for me, I need to increase the ratio. I'm usually on what we would call a 1-to-1. So today I'm going to be on a 2-to-1 ratio. So I'll be taking about 10 units of insulin for what I'm about to eat.
For breakfast, I'd either eat a salmon and egg omelette with a bit of avocado mixed in, or I'd have an oatmeal shake. It really depends again on my glucose levels and especially what I'm doing. I'd recommend to anyone who's struggling with fluctuating glucose levels in the morning, find something that you enjoy to eat, something that will maintain a steady glucose level throughout the morning, and then it's easier to stick to if you enjoy the food, more than forcing yourself to eat something that you don't enjoy.
All my meals, I weigh them out so I know how many carbs I'm going to consume, and it's very important I keep on top of my sugar levels, consume good foods. The Libre 2 gives me the alarm signals as well if my sugar levels are going out of range. I'm going to do some cardio now in the boxing gym. We've just done some strength work. I've finished training, and I always take my protein and carbohydrates after training, so I always have a banana and some whey protein. But before I take my supplements, I check my sugar levels, and I've checked my sugar levels, they're in good range, 8.7.
I just have my breakfast out here, so you see my overnight oats and my vitamin drink every morning. That's my overnight oats that I prepared last night, and for me, as a busy mom of a young boy, I need things like this in the morning because I have a lot of things to get done in the mornings. So I'm now going to take my fast-acting insulin, and I'm going to wait 15-20 minutes before eating because for me it takes a little bit of time for my insulin to work. So it is 4 hours ago since I had breakfast, and I just scanned my sugars and they are 5.3. I have my little helper here on my arms. I knew that I wouldn't be going for a walk or be very active in between having my breakfast, so that helped me decide on my ratio. And like everything with diabetes, it's all trial and error, and it can take a few days to get to understand the different effects of different breakfasts. And you know, if one thing isn't working, it's always good to try and see if something else will work.